Good evening, Chairman Hudak, Finance Chair Jala, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board. Thank you for the opportunity. This is Bruce Paterson, Garwood, New Jersey. Just a couple items. I mean, as Tom Gettin-Downer noted, you know, this is the first time that we're physically going over the $500 million mark, $504,985,000. So basically $505 million. Now reached that threshold. And the question is, where do we go but up, of course. But the past maybe 2 years, I mean, we were budgeting under the $500 million. But however, the straggling grants that are coming in had pushed it over. Normally, it's like around roughly another $20 million that grants and aid that does straggle in that you add into the budget. So we're really not at $505 million. But by the end of the year, it'll be $525 million. Something like that. So I mean, you know, we're well into the 500s and we're moving forward, and it's a shame. You know, this is an ignominious distinction, definitely breaking the 500 mark and looking at it now on a piece of paper. And it is. One thing I actually do thank, you know, and the taxpayers can grasp on anything, but I mean, like the taxes did drop. The county taxes dropped by $3.6 million, and I appreciate that. Finance Chair job. So thank you. I mean, I still don't like the taxes, but I at least have to thank you for the drop. Just running down these amended choices. You know, you do have the aid to Union County Improvement Authority. You added another $100,000 from $500,000 to $600,000. I mean, this is like a slap in the face to the taxpayers and the residents of the county. The UCIA is under some kind of secret pay scandal and is being investigated, and you turn around and you're going to give them another $100,000. I think you should hold off. Hold off that $100,000. Give it to Mr. Moschetti's idea, the $300,000 for additional employment training. That would be a good idea. You know, and slap them on the wrist. I mean, don't just embrace them and enable them. Slap them on the wrist. Road resurfacing. This is sheet 27 talking about further into the amendments here. Road resurfacing went from $3 million down to $2 million. And I'll tell you, this is an embarrassment because we just went through the worst winter in like, I don't know, in like a decade and a half or something like that. The streets were pounded. They were pounded. The county streets are in terrible condition. I drive down the Grand and 7th. The potholes are crazy. Director Graziano at least fixed temporarily. But what we need is more money, and you're actually taking money away from the road resurfacing. I know the DOTs, you can leverage the money and you can pave a lot more roads with this extra $1 million. I have no idea why you're doing that. That is wrong. That is wrong. The purpose of the county, part of it, is the infrastructure and roads. This is a shame. Put that $1 million back. And where are we going to get the $1 million? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. It just so happens I brought this up before. Here's a brand new division, Department of Strategic Planning and Intergovernment. If somebody can explain what that is about.
Sir, that is not an amendment to discuss.
But it's offsetting $1 million. I'm making a suggestion how you can offset the $1 million. So I suggest you listen carefully.
Excuse me.
Give what? This is the amendment. I'm talking to the amendment.
That department is not listed.
But it's part of the amendment. It's a way to resolve. You want to hear how to resolve your budget problem?
No.
Do you want to hear? You don't want to hear? No.
I want
you to
conclude your comment.
No, I hope the public listen to this. You don't care whether you resolve your budget problem or not. This is what you said to the public. Is that correct?
No, I said that is not.
Get rid of that Department of Strategic Planning. That's $1 million right there. I'll talk about it further, of course, but there's your $1 million.
Well, have a seat, sir. Your 5 minutes is up.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You could care less about the public trying to help you out.
Thank you, sir. Director Taylor. There was a comment regarding the road service. There was an actual question regarding that. Do you have any? Can you enlighten us as to $1 million for road resurfacing.
Yes, sir. The road resurfacing, instead of raising it in this current budget year, the decision was made to include it in the capital and have those residents that benefit for the useful life of those roads who pay for it throughout the years. Most roads have a useful life between 5 and 10 years, depending upon the extent to which we actually make improvements to them. So instead of budgeting for it and raising that additional $1 million this one year, we can amortize it over the length of the schedule and pay as we go.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Director.
I may comment.
You certainly can.
Thank you, Chairman. I just want to advise you and the public that we know our roads are in need of repair because of the difficult winter. That process is ongoing and will be on through the next few months.
And we know that that is the case, County Manager. Thank you very much for that statement.